Hey everyone, I'm Aarti. Welcome to my YouTube channel, Ace English Academy. I will be sharing videos on the basics of English grammar. I hope you will enjoy watching my videos. If you like videos, don't forget to subscribe my channel and click on the bell icon for future notifications. So let's start.
So today's topic is sentence and its kinds. So first of all, the definition of sentence. A sentence is the basic unit of language which expresses a complete thought. A group of words which makes a complete sense is called sentence. So here it is very important to note this, that complete thought or complete sense is very important for any sentence. Without any complete sense or complete thought, there is no sentence. Okay. Few more things you need to know about sentence are: a complete sentence must have at minimum three things: a subject, a verb, and an object. This we will understand with the help of examples. See here. Boys play football. The children eat buns, cakes, and biscuits. The woman built a strong wall. You can see here red color for subject, green for verb, and blue for object. Okay. Next, it starts with a capital letter and ends with some form of punctuation. It can be full stop, it can be question mark or exclamation mark. Okay. Here all the sentences you can see are with the punctuation mark, which full stop. Yes. So sentence can be divided into two parts: subject and predicate. The subject tells us who or what the sentence is about, and predicate tells us what the subject is doing. Or you can find out subject in the sentence. How? To determine the subject of a sentence, first find the verb and then ask who or what. You will easily find out the subject in the sentence. And always predicate includes verb in it. Okay. So let us see the examples. The exam was difficult. What was difficult? The exam. Okay. So the exam is subject. Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. Who invented? Thomas Edison. So answer for what or who is always subject. Yesterday after lunch, the students were complaining about the short recess. Who were complaining? The students. Easily we can find out subject. Here comes the teacher. Comes. Who comes? The teacher. So subject is here in the end of the sentence. It's not always that you will find out the subject in the beginning of the sentence. That is why it is very important for you to first find out the verb, and with the help of verb identify what is subject in the sentence. Then you can easily find out the subject and predicate in the sentence. Okay. Move on. Kinds of sentence. Sentences by purpose and sentences based on structure. Okay. Declarative sentence or assertive sentence, interrogative sentence, imperative sentence, exclamatory sentence. These are sentences by purpose. And the second, sentences based on structure: simple sentence, compound sentence, and complex sentence. We will discuss them in detail with examples. First of all, declarative or assertive sentence. A sentence that makes a statement or assertion. It's the simplest form of sentence. In this sentence, subject is followed by a verb at the beginning of the sentence and ends in a full stop. See here examples. I write a poem. He ate dinner. Subject is followed by a verb. I hope you all know what is verb. Verb is a action word in which from the word we come to know what is happening. What is subject doing? Writing a poem. So the word write here is a verb. Okay. Interrogative sentence. A sentence that asks a question. Okay. In this sentence, verb is followed by subject and ends in a question mark. Okay. Did you write a poem? Are you happy? See here. Did and are both are verbs. So verb is followed by a subject. They are called interrogative sentence, and the easiest way is to check the question mark. Okay. Next, imperative sentence. A sentence that expresses command, advice, or request and ends in a full stop. In this sentence begins with verb and no subject element is present. How? I said that for any sentence, subject is important part. In the first slide, what I mentioned, subject, verb, and object are important for any complete sentence. So how come this can be a sentence? See, we'll understand. Here in the imperative sentences, subject you is understood because the subject is almost always the personal pronoun, that is you. Look at the examples. Shut the door. Read this book. Please give me your pen. Command, advice, and request is made to someone. So here subject is hidden. Shut the door. I am telling to you to shut the door. So here what? Subject is you, that is understood. There is no need to mention that subject here in the sentence. So these are called imperative sentence. Here comes exclamatory sentence. A sentence that shows strong feelings or emotions and usually ends in an exclamatory mark. Exclamatory phrases can sometimes stand on their own as sentence, but they are not complete sentence, because for complete sentence or meaningful sentence, what all is required? Subject, verb, and an object. So excellent, congratulations, bravo, how lovely, all these are exclamatory phrases. Okay. These sentences don't require a subject and a verb, though to qualify as an exclamatory sentence, a subject and a verb must be present. Okay. Did you get that? Alas, Salim's father died. Strong feelings. Come here, Rita. Hurry. What a beautiful girl you are. Please help me now. So here you can see that subject and verb are present with exclamatory. See here, exclamatory phrase. Come here, Rita, hurry. So hurry, what you're coming to know about the strong feelings. Okay. So this was all about exclamatory sentences. Now we will discuss sentences by structure. Simple sentence. It contains a subject and a verb and expresses a complete thought. It is also called an independent clause. So subject and verb should be present. It should be complete in its thought. So we call it independent clause. See here example. The boys went to the zoo. We like pizza. So complete in sense. Subject is there, the boys is the subject, went is a verb. So next one is compound sentences. It contains two independent clauses joined by coordinating conjunction. But, and, or, for, nor, so, yet, all these are coordinating conjunctions. Okay. So when two sentences, independent clauses, means complete in their thought, okay, they are joined together with the help of coordinating conjunction, we call them compound sentences. Let's say examples. The boys went to the zoo. Complete. They could not see a lion. Complete. But what? Joined with the help of coordinating conjunction, but. The boys went to the zoo, but they could not see a lion. Understood? We like pizza and we like chocolates. There are two independent clauses joined with the help of conjunction. So next is complex sentence. It contains at least one independent clause plus at least one dependent clause, joined or followed by a subordinating conjunction. After, although, because, since, unless, when, which, who, while, all these are subordinating conjunctions. So let us understand with the help of examples. The kite won't fly unless there is wind. So the kite won't fly is independent clause. Unless there is wind is the dependent clause. Because the boys went to the zoo, they did not go to the museum. So here, because the boys went to the zoo is a dependent clause. Because this sentence is followed by a subordinating conjunction. And the second part, they did not go to the museum is a independent clause. Third sentence, I washed the car after I came home. I washed the car is a independent clause. After I came home is a dependent clause. So I hope you understood. This was all about the sentence and its kinds. In my next video, I will provide you worksheets for practicing these sentence structure based on the structures and also the kinds of sentence, subject and predicate. So you can just go to my channel and download or watch those videos and practice for better understanding. I hope you enjoyed watching video. Thank you.